But fellas, Babyface heel. Babyface, good guy, hero, heel, bad guy, villain, tweener, someone in between babyface or heel. So I came up with a list of athletes, celebrities, or other interesting people. And me and the panel, we're going to decide whether babyface or heel. First one, Aqib Talib.
Mm.
Tweener. I like Talib. He talks trash. He backs it up. He was a really good cornerback for the Patriots and the Broncos. He was a contributor for the no-fly zone when they won the Super Bowl in 2015. I still can't get over what he did to Crabtree when he snatched Crabtree's chain like Debo on Friday. But and also I like what he's doing right now. I like what he did for the NFL on Fox. He's now with that new podcast with Gilbert Arenas, with him, Skip Bayless. So I mean, look, I like what I see from Talib. So I got to say Tweener.
I have to say a tween as well.
Mm.
Hey, you remember what he told Michael Jenkins, right? When he injured his teammate. Remember what he told? He said, "I know Michael Jenkins. We got the same agent. He injured my teammate, and when we meet up in Atlanta this offseason, I'm gonna whoop on him." He didn't say it in no words, but you get what I'm saying. But hey, man, to keep to lead, he's always these. He's the guy that you love to hate, but you can't hate him because his ability speaks for itself. His ability speaks for itself. And like I said, he's often deemed as hostile, but he's, he kind of reminds me of the quarterback version of Joey Porter. When he's off the field, he's a cool guy. When he's on the field,
you can't stand him.
You can't stand it.
BRF?
Yeah. I gotta make it unanimous and go tweener too. Yeah, like Champ saying, he's one of them guys when he's off the field and he's being himself, he's probably one of the coolest cats you'll meet. But when he's off that field, you can't stand him. But you can't stand him because chances are he making all types of plays on your offense. And I hated having to see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when he was with them. Oh man, he was always every bit of the talent at the cornerback spot. So, but yeah, like you couldn't stand his mouth, you couldn't stand his trash talk. But heck, at the end of the day, he was a playmaker. He was a great corner, one of the more underrated corners of the past decade plus. So, I'm gonna go tweener.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting one I'm about to bring up. Shannon Sharpe.
Oh,
I say tweener at this point because of course, the accusations. And, to your point, Champ, Shannon brought a lot of this on himself. And again, no one's saying he's innocent or guilty. But the fact of the matter is you put yourself in that situation regarding a 19, 20-year-old. And plus, you mentioned he from the South. You from Columbus, Georgia. He from rural South Georgia. So Shannon should understand what it's like. But I'll say tweener because I do think Shannon does have a charming personality. I do think he's funny, charismatic. I love what he's done with Club Shay Shay, him and Ocho and Nightcap. A lot of celebrities that he's brought in. Of course, Cat Williams, the interview. That was the biggest interview in 2024 when Cat Williams was exposing, Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, Chris Tucker, Diddy, a lot of the things that Cat was talking about. And I still believe Shannon Sharpe will be fine on Nightcap and Club Shay Shay, despite his departure from ESPN. But the reason why I also brought up Shannon Sharpe is because I heard some recent comments from his former teammate, Ray Lewis. And Ray Lewis talked about the difference he saw from Shannon Sharpe while he was his teammate compared to where Shannon Sharpe is right now. And I had a problem with what Ray Lewis had to say. Look, even though Shannon brought a lot of criticism on himself, rightfully so, he became the butt of jokes, self-inflicted. But at the same time, if you're Ray Lewis, you were going through your own problems, particularly one in 2000 during Super Bowl weekend in Atlanta. And remember, Shannon Sharpe even welcomed you to come live at his place while you were going through your own situation. And this is not a knock to all Christians, but I do have a problem with some or few that think that preach about the Bible and all that other stuff, and they don't follow God's word by action. My problem is they don't practice what they preach. And I feel like for Ray Lewis to really say those things about Shannon Sharpe, despite the perception, still, he did a lot for you while you were going through your own problems. You would like to think, man, someone who's done a lot for me, there's no way I'm going to treat him like trash, him or her like trash. I'm going to return the same favor. So I say Tweener with Shannon. Champ?
Before I give my assessment, I agree with you. Number one, Ray, I'm gonna just be real. Nobody in the media has went as hard for Ray Lewis than Shannon Sharpe, because it wasn't just the incident in Atlanta. Remember when he was about to retire, the Super Bowl, the very last Super Bowl, San Francisco versus, and Boomer Esiason was doing his damnness to try to tarnish the last ride for Ray Lewis. And you thought that him and Shannon Sharpe was going to get to fighting at a certain point on the air. You remember that, BRF? So
I think I do, yeah.
Yeah, because he was talking about, about the settlement with the family in Atlanta, not to mention, there was a rumor that, his last season that it was like some deer antler spray that, Ray Lewis was using in order to help him heal a little bit faster. I'm like, deer antler spray. I'm like, very weird, but I mean, hey, it ain't steroids, so it's not like you're by the land of the law cheating. So, you take a lot of supplements in order to remember. T.O. was taking dragon fruit, eating that dragon fruit that was grown by volcanoes in order to help his leg heal a little bit faster. So he was like, it's not very tasty, but it gets the job done. It's helped me heal faster. So,
but that Super Bowl run, wasn't Ray Lewis playing with a torn tricep?
Yeah, and that's what they was trying to talk. That was what I'm talking about when they was talking about him using deer antler spray in order to help that heal faster. Because remember, they thought he was gone after that. But yeah,
it's a torn tricep. That's a season-ending injury.
Yeah, but like I said, rather than giving him credit for it, Boomer Esiason, him being the jealous, envious guy that he is, because he ain't never won nothing but stuffed animals at a carnival. Yeah, so he was all over Ray Lewis, who was going hard for him. And remember that Super Bowl was on CBS. I believe CBS. So Shannon Sharpe, James.
And let's not forget, Shannon Sharpe even still was riding and supporting Ray Lewis when Ray Lewis disagreed with Colin Kaepernick's position with the flag and the national anthem. And remember, even Shannon Sharpe had to call out Ray Lewis because Ray Lewis was kneeling during the national anthem.
He was on both knees. But I mean, if somebody people may disagree with what you do. People make mistakes all the time. At the end of the day, I'm going to show the same energy that was shown to me when I was damn near about to go to prison for life. Mind you, Shannon got hit with a lawsuit. You was about to get hit with that gavel. So let's keep it all the way above. Show the energy, in the great words of Mr. Darnell from Lean on Me, starring Morgan Freeman as Mr. Clark, the legendary Mr. Clark. God rest his soul. Give people the respect that you will darn well want yourself. And when you was going through your trials and tribulations, the respect and the honor and the code was given to a T. Shannon Sharpe was picking you up from court. He was defending you in the media. Him and Brian Billick was defending him to life. So the thing is, if you have a disagreement with somebody outside of what have you, that's a private conversation, very private conversation. For you to come out and say, because you never said this before he went through this. That's the problem. You didn't say nothing when everything was going good. When y'all and mind you, I have to point this out. Y'all just made a whole damn documentary together on bullies in Baltimore.
And you all had the chemistry on Hard Knocks training
Yeah.
camp with the Baltimore Ravens.
Y'all
it's
just did a documentary I think it came out about a year or so ago. So if you didn't like the content that he was putting out, you could have told him that when you was filming that.
So that's the thing. Y'all could have had that conversation confidential, but the fact for Ray to say that, and again, champ, I want to be clear. I am not knocking anyone who's following the Lord, the Bible, or God, but it seems like to me when they do that, they sometimes forget some of the things that they've done or have been involved with. And for them to speak so condescending the way that Ray did, I feel like, wait a minute, Ray, come on now. You can disagree with Shannon with the things he's been involved with, but at the same time, he supported you when you were going through your own things. So return the same favor.
Exactly. And it's not, look, these days, I'm going to just be real. I don't think it's so much as religion. I think it's people in freaking general. Everybody has a tendency to think that they crap don't stink. They don't believe snakes crawl. So guess what? There's a great minister. I will not say his name, but we all know who I'm about to speak of. When somebody you know falls, don't laugh, learn from it. Because Shannon Sharpe had his fall, Ray Lewis had his fall. So guess what, man? You got to be more cautious about. Granted, for you to be out here with somebody who fresh out of the Civic Center, that being high school, kind of inexcusable. I wish you hadn't done that because that gets you caught up kind of quick. But yeah, you made a mistake, a drastic mistake, cost you millions. But at the same time, show the same energy that was reciprocated to you when you was going through what you were going through. Because that's kind of nasty for you to just, when your boy is down, now you want to say something. And you could tell it hurt Shannon because he didn't even say that in the media. He said people are throwing shots at your boy. He didn't even say his name. He didn't want to, and Ray, look, this ain't the first time he said that. He bashed a lot of the guys kneeling from the anthem, you know. He didn't know my family was in the military. Dude, we fought. So I can say this because I actually am an Iraq veteran. We fought for you to have the choice, not to make you stand. Guys like myself, my brother, my cousin, God rest his soul. 80% of my family is military. We fought so you could have the choice to stand or kneel or even go to the bathroom and not even pay no mind for the anthem. We don't mandate patriotism. We encourage it. We earn it, but it's not. But patriotism is not mandated. So, hey, that's just what that is. But Shannon Sharpe is a tweener at this point. I will say that because, and I think it's only because of the allegations. The only reason why we even put him in conversations as far as being a tweener is because of the allegations. Because it's kind of hard to put him in a Babyface scenario when you don't know what happened behind them closed doors. Now, if that hadn't happened, undisputed Babyface. But since everything has come out, yeah. So, I mean, but look, big ups to him. Just going to be real. He's having himself, even without these major networks, a whole nother career. A career that has been more lucrative than football and put himself on the map. And look, what Ray Lewis said, Shannon did used to drink. Well, hell, when you a world star athlete, you're trying not to put stuff in your body that's gonna hinder you from being that superstar. Hell, I know when I was a boxer, I didn't eat nothing but chicken and rice the entire week. I didn't eat no junk food until Sunday. I ate chicken and rice every single day. So, yeah, when you are playing and you're a professional athlete, you're gonna do things a lot different. When you put that uniform up, and plus, liquor is a business. Hell, Ray, you endorse fucking cigars. What are you talking about? Cigars are so dangerous that it kills people that don't even damn smoke it. What are you talking about? So you endorse cigars, but you have a problem with Shannon endorsing liquor?
That doesn't make any sense.
That don't make that look, that's just like me eating Snicker bars and saying I don't endorse junk food. Really? Hey man, you should be eating. That's just like me, BRF man. You should be eating them Kit Kats. Pretty sure BRF will look at you
And you exactly, yeah, like hold on, you eating the Reese's? What are you talking about?
You talking about? Boy, I slap the hell out you. You don't get away from me. You don't get away from me. I'm just saying, it's the same thing. When go on Ray Lewis, he endorses cigars. So how in the blue blank are you going to endorse cigars? Man, ain't nothing like a good stogie. Okay, so you endorse cigars that pollutes and kills your lungs, but you're all over me for endorsing me having an alcoholic beverage. Hypocrisy.
Me having my own club. Me basically having my own Cavassier, pretty much. Yeah, very much hypocrisy. Yeah, how you gonna talk about me? How you gonna say something when you endorse the cigars? You gonna say something about me just because I got my own Cavassier? Like what? Come on, bro. You give me one of them, I give you the Cavassier. We do that hand in hand. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, and hold on. I'm trying to find the name of the cigar that he has. Yeah, matter of fact, it's a whole brand. Legends 52 cigars.
Yeah.
My favorite cigar. So you're getting mad at Shannon Sharpe for endorsing alcohol, but you have your own cigar that pollutes the hell out of your lung and has proven to hurt thousands of people. Like I said, cigarettes and cigars are so dangerous, it hurts people that don't even smoke it.
Mm-hmm.
But you're criticizing Shannon for endorsing liquor. Did you smoke cigars when you played? Probably not. Wouldn't have been good for your lungs. But now that your playing career is over, now you can smoke a little cigar here or there. So stop it.
BRF. Oh, I'm sorry.
Here's my thing. If you're going to follow the Lord, practice what the blank you preach. And it also says in the Bible, let he is without sin cast the first stone.
Thank you.
So please, if you're out here endorsing and smoking cigars and doing your thing, please be quiet when somebody else have a drink of alcohol. You are in no room to judge no damn body. Be quiet. You are endorsing cigars. You're doing the same thing he does. You're doing the same thing. It ain't comparing apples to oranges. You are doing the same flipping thing. You have your own cigar company. He has his own cognac. The only difference is he is a little bit more popular. I find that to be ironic. You're attacking his alcohol when nobody knows what your damn cigars is. Matter of fact, if I didn't probably say it on here, probably none of us would have probably knew what it was. So do the math. It ain't mathing at this point.
Sounds to me you're implying Ray Lewis is jealous.
Yeah, because why would you bring if you endorse again? It's kind of like me telling y'all don't eat Kit Kats, and I got a book bag full of Reese's and Snicker bars in my backpack. Hey man, don't be eating that, man. That bad for you. But then I'm over here like Professor Clunk, sitting over here doing curls and eating Snicker bars. What the hell are you talking? You would look at, I know BRF would look at me and tell me, what the hell are you talking about, champ? What the hell are you talking about?
Hercules.
Exactly. You were like, what the hell are you talking about? You got a book bag full of Snicker bars, bro.
That's
And you
because
telling me not to eat Kit Kats?
that's
Shut your damn mouth.
that's because people, unless you don't contradict yourself, don't say anything. Unless if you're not going to contradict yourself, please don't say anything. Because again, when you criticize someone, but BRF, man,
It's amazing, ain't it?
yeah,
Yeah. On it. Yeah. Like these. Yeah. The recent allegations with Shannon Sharpe are basically like what pretty much makes him a tweener at this point. Because I mean, just like Shannon Sharpe, for all intents and purposes, is a genuinely good dude. But I mean, yeah, the allegations just they don't help him at all, and it kind of tarnishes him a little bit. And I mean, and he just had like, yeah, I mean, you kind of hate that, the people want to take shots at him now because he's kind of got knocked off the perch a little bit. But I mean, we like the growth as far as like him being in sports media. Like you brought up the Cat Williams episode. The Cat Williams episode had one of the greatest lines in the history of interviews, which is still a memeable line to this day. Well, Cat Williams looked Shannon Sharpe dead in the face and said, "You have an unhealthy allegiance to losers. That's not like you." I mean, that line is one of the most memeable lines like ever. And I mean, and it's just entertainment value. It's just just seeing Shannon Sharpe everywhere, recognizing him everywhere after his football playing career. And lest we get, he's still honestly, arguably, one of the 5 greatest tight ends to ever play the game. So I mean, it's just he had, just having the career and then the sports media, everything blowing up. But yeah, the allegations just don't do him any favors. But yeah, I definitely agree with y'all, man. Ray Lewis, the trials and tribulations you've gone through and the things you've had to, the things you've had to go to get through to be the man that you are today, and for you to come out and like downplay anybody is not becoming of supposedly a man of God. Because as somebody who's a Baptist myself, even though I'm more of a free thinking Baptist, but I still live by his word. But I live by his word from a sense of, I know I'm not perfect. I know I don't do everything like I need to do, but at the end of the day, I know that I'm not going to throw my religion in anybody's face. I'm not going to harp it in anybody's face, and I'm not going to talk down or treat anybody down just because I believe a certain thing or I want to be and live a certain way. I wasn't raised like that. I wasn't raised like that. I wasn't going to start then, and I'm not going to start now. So it's kind of unbecoming of somebody like Ray Lewis to downplay Shannon Sharpe, especially how nobody has gone to back and gone to war for you in the media more than Shannon Sharpe, just like y'all both mentioned. So is Shannon Sharpe a tweener at this point in his career? Yes, he is. But at the same time, let's not downplay all the things Shannon Sharpe has done for Ray Lewis to basically keep him on his pedestal as being recognized as the greatest middle linebacker of all time, and just things he's gone through to see. I wasn't cool at all with Ray Lewis saying that about Shannon Sharpe, the way Shannon Sharpe had his back. But yeah, Shannon Sharpe at this stage right now is definitely a tweener. But I want to see him come back as long as the allegations aren't true. If the allegations are true, bro, you got to eat that. You got to eat that L and you got to take it if they're true. But yeah, at this point right now, he's definitely a tweener.
Last one. Cartoon. Peter Griffin. Babyface.
Babyface, man. You know what? Look, I'll just leave it at that, man. Babyface, man. Look, Peter Griffin, big
Why?
man.
Because you the black Peter Griffin?
No, but I like that shit. That's cool. I like that. I like that. But Peter Griffin, man, look, silly.
Silly,
Yeah,
silly.
silly.
No, the man bought a tank and ran down Joe.
Look, hey man, look. I thought the definition of on site was Tom and Jerry, but it really meant Peter Griffin and that damn chicken.
Yes.
And look, man, Peter Griffin. Look, Peter is I can't stop smiling and laughing because man, every time I think about something, it's funny. I'll never forget the sword fight that he had with the president. So that was the funniest. That was the funniest thing in this world, you know.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm still tripping. I'm still tripping off of Black Peter Griffin. I'm still tripping off of that. Oh my god.
I like that though. That's cool. I mean, I take this. This is cool. I like that. But Peter Griffin never looked this good. But you know, it's gonna be real. But
Well, I
man,
mean,
Peter Griffin is a baby.
he'll probably say in response, "I got a beautiful wife in Lois."
I ain't. You know what? You got me on that one for now. For now, I emphasize for now.
BRF.
Oh my gosh. All right. Is one. This is one cartoon character I am proud to say is a babyface. This is one cartoon character I'm proud to say is a babyface because you tried to get me with the Uncle Ruckus and the Stink Meaner. You tried to get me with both of them. They are heels in their own respective ways. But Peter Griffin is a babyface.
That's
You can't. I
because
mean, you
you
can't.
that's because you don't like Ruckus and Stink Meaner because of their hatred for black people.
What? But they hate him in different ways though. Uncle Ruckus don't know what he is, and Stinkman is just trifling as hell. I mean, I'm just saying they have their own methods. Look, like Peter Griffin is just that fun. He's a fun loving yet clueless individual, but but yet I mean it's just there's a certain just funny aura around him that you just can't help. You can't help but love as far as like the cartoon characters of the world are some of the greatest cartoon characters that have been put on the television screen. And Peter Griffin is like right up there at the top, man. Come on, man. You can't, even if you can't necessarily do the voice impression, you can't help but to do the laugh. I mean, that laugh is unrecognizable. Come on, man. You hit the segment and I just hit you with the yeah. I mean, you can't help but do the laugh.
Listen,
So
if you want to if you want impersonations, talk to Broad Sports. He does an
oh my
excellent
gosh,
impersonation.
His Cartman. Oh.
Yeah, Cartman. That
His
is
Cartman.
amazing.
His Cartman is legendary. Yes, his Cartman is so great. But yeah, Peter Griffin is a babyface, man. He's given us so many moments, like Champ talking about all the fights with the chicken, and then one of my favorite episodes of all time when he couldn't walk down the stairs straight. And he fell down the steps like 3 or 4 different times in the same episode. And he to the bottom, and he just grabbed that knee, and he ah, ah, ah. But yeah, Peter, come on, yeah, Peter Griffin is a babyface, and he is one of my all-time favorite animated cartoon characters that I've grown up watching, whether it was him or The Simpsons or Ren and Stimpy or Doug Funny. I just have like a who's who as far as like my favorite cartoon characters of all time. Peter Griffin is up there for me. He's a babyface for me.
One of my favorite Peter episodes was Patriot Games. That was also the episode when Stewie beat the shit out of Brian because of the celebrity boxing bet, but also Peter's opportunity to meet Tom Brady and play for the New England Patriots. There was a certain flashback to which Lois mentioned about Peter regarding a wax sculpture. Do y'all remember that?
Yeah, I remember, but I'm kind of staying silent on that. I'll let you see it.
Yeah. That was crazy, though. That was crazy.
Wow. Wild as hell.
But that's Peter though. The only problem I have with Peter, why does he hate Meg so much?
I don't know. They all,
I
they,
mean,
they, I think they all deep down. I think they all deep down secretly hated Meg. I don't know why they hated Meg so much. I really don't.
shut up.
And yeah, exactly. Why we hating on Meg? And let me tell you something. Meg is voiced by Mila Kunis,
Mila
who
Kunis.
to this day is still one of
Fine.
the finest goddamn women on earth. So
That's
that
a
alone,
fact.
that
That's a fact.
alone, that alone should get people off of Meg just a little bit.